Hi everybody, welcome back to Indie Zombie Plays. This is Far From Noise, and let's continue. My nose still itches like crazy. I apologize. Hopefully I won't be having more sneezing fits. Doesn't there need to be some interaction? Yes, there does. Interaction. Yeah, you know, connection with people. As much as you can feel as one with the sunshine. You've got to be able to wallow in the rain with someone, right? If you constantly surround yourself with others, your thoughts will become nothing but theirs. And you will never truly know the voice of your own heart. Constantly sure? But don't you need to hear the voice of other people's hearts too? The heart will yearn for kindred souls to share in wonderful things. At this time, for my heart, the kindred souls are found in the trunks of trees, in the white clouds, in the evening rain. And now the phone is ringing like crazy, but I'm just going to ignore it. But not all souls are tinged in the same hue. Maybe my soul is more balance-oriented. Balance is important. I do see what you're saying. Out here, you can feel connected to everything. And I feel like you belong in the world. And remember you exist. And feel like you belong in the world. I think that's what I want. I don't know if I'm capable of that. I'll try. What did bring you here? Will you tell me now? I guess it is later now. Alright then. I lied. Sorry, I really don't want to talk about it. So, background check. Yes, I was studying. A study of what? Architecture, film, marine biology. I'll say film. It kind of relates to me personally. I wanted to direct. And there your heart lies? I thought so. Well, I've just always loved the idea of it. Being an eyeball. A prism? It's so dreamy, capturing that little fragment of time. But, like, just how I see it. However obscured or bizarre that is. It's totally skewed. It's a totally skewed way of showing your perspective of the world. The ambition to capture the moment. Yeah. So, when I was a youngster, we would make these home videos. Me, my brother, and my dad. We had this weird towel room upstairs in our house. Just the room where the towels go. Don't ask why we had a room for just towels. Anyway, right at the back, there was this heating box thing with two beady little red eyes on it. They were without question demon eyes. It used to freak me and my brother out until my dad gave us this giant video camera. So, at night, we would creep up the stairs, videoing our escape. My dad would pretend we were these muscle-bound demon hunters, and he was our #1 fan. We made these totally amazing films, so over the top and dumb, of us ascending the stairs. up to the demon lair. When we get to the top, my dad would run in before us screaming, and the towel demon would claim his life. Me and my brother would be all dramatic and charge in to avenge his death with an onslaught of hand towels. We'd all sit around and try to cut together this grandiose film of our brave attack. It was the greatest. Basically, since then, those memories have stayed with me, and I've loved making videos. And so your heart is bound to capturing the moment of life. I don't know. I thought so. Not anymore? Well, I was studying filmmaking. Prior to now? Yeah, prior to now. Until this happened. I left university. I checked the heck out. I left university. Hello, meaningless loans. Abandoned my prospects of a good old life. What led you to leave? I don't know. I just didn't feel like I could do it. Like, I'd waited for such a long time. And when it came, it was so overwhelming. It wasn't what I'd imagined. Yeah, that's usually how it is. And I didn't feel like I could do it anymore. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not creative enough. What if you never went? What difference would it make? What else am I going to do? You would figure it out. How? Whatever you are meant to do would make itself clear. Fall off this cliff? Perhaps that is it. Why not make this meaningful? I can't just decide to give things meaning. Surely that is all you can do. Then everything is meaningless. It only means nothing if you deem it so. So, it all meant me dying in a car? It all meant something. But for now, perhaps it means watching the sunset on the edge of a cliff. Why did you come here? To see the waves and hope my life becomes clear? I thought if I looked out, I'd feel like everything mattered. And does it? I don't know. It doesn't always work that way. I find some of the most important realizations come not in the moment, but after. In normality. When your mind wanders back to this place, then perhaps you'll find clarity in clouded times. Well, if the engine eventually works, maybe I'll find out. Gotta leave it to the memories, I guess. Precisely. Life is not over. I suppose. We still have each other, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to it. That is enough. That is enough as in shut up, or that is enough as in we complete each other? That is enough. You're difficult. But I like you. And I you. You're sweet. Got any more pics? Where were we? Life, death, life, life. Are you ready to bear witness to life's conclusion? Who is to say it's concluded? You mean the afterlife? A new beginning, perhaps. It's the beginning of being dead. Which isn't much of a start. It could be. Who's to say? Who indeed? You? Are you like the angel of death or something? What do you think? I don't know what to think anymore. You're baffling, dear. You definitely are. You're baffling. Are you an angel? Of course I am a girl. Look at me. In every sense of the word, no. Why did you choose this place? Hidden away, lost in space. We used to come out here when I was a kid. I've always loved the cliffs. I used to love it out here. I would count how many faces I could see in the rocks. So many wrinkly old raisin heads, chiseled rock dudes, mostly dog faces. Apparently I used to call them my rock granddads. I thought I'd come back and see if the old rock dads had any advice for me. Do they? I haven't had a chance to ask them yet. Perhaps your chance will come. Right, now all I can see is sea and sky. Are you just gonna stare at me, dear? What is it? A traveler approaches. What? Where? Is it a squirrel? It came from the rocks and the flowers. The birthplace of all evil. I don't see anything. Oh crap, is that a turtle? Oh, I see it. I can't tell if it's a moving rock or a turtle. I believe it is a tortoise. Close enough. God, it makes me all shivery just looking at it. Soulless, scheming eyes, cowering in its shell of deceit. I don't think that way about a turtle. They are hiding something. No, they're not. They're turtles. All of them. Why does it just make this assumption that turtles are evil? I'm on to you, tortoise. Why do you hate that? Why do you hate the tortoise? I have my reasons. It means no harm. Look at it. You haven't seen them like I have. They're vicious. Vicious? Vicious! I was traumatized as a child, alright? Okay. By a tortoise? Turtle. Different entirely. You know what their mouth is called? Whatever, still vicious. A beak. When I was like 9, my brother's friend brought his fun new pet round to the house. It was a turtle. A fun little baby turtle. How fun. Imagine my delighted anticipation. Until I see it. Snarling beak snapping open and closed like garden shears. So they forced me to grab hold of it, of its spiny husk. Its long snake neck wriggles out and twists around. And it bites me. There and then, right on the arm. I had to go to the hospital. And it was a baby. Imagine what it could do now. It would slice my arm clean off. No, it wouldn't. This little one does not look like it knows violence. How can you say that? Look at it. They're masters of illusion. Cuteness is a veil. And now a frog. Oh, hey, look, frog friend. Uh-oh. Watch out, sweet frog. They're killers. Hops on his back. Cute. Oh my god. What? That's adorable. It's like a turtle taxi. It is adorable. Wish my chest would stop gurgling. Oh god, I love that so much. I wonder where they're going. The night's greatest mystery. Maybe they're like buddies or something and they just hang out. There's no explanation for that happening. Yeah, and they're gone. I would like to believe so. Me too. Okay, Turt, you've won me over. Maybe we could be friends. How long exactly is this? Because I've played for nearly an hour now. Hey, is it dark or is the shadow of death finally upon me? When did it become night? Just now. It approached without a whisper, like a midnight ghostly. I didn't even notice. Yeah, it's usually how it is sometimes. It just kind of happens. Oh man, look at the stars. It's been like forever. I don't even remember the last time I saw this so many. Yeah, I remember the last time I got to look up at the night sky and see the stars. It's really beautiful. It's rare that we just look up at the sky anymore, really. We're too concentrated on our phones and our lives. Of course, they are important, but it's always the little things, too. You never see the stars? Nope. Where I live, you're lucky if you see the moon. That must be isolating. They mean something when I do see them, at least. Any more than choosing to live alone. In days of absence, I will long for a night sky. Don't you ever find it a bit overwhelming? Overwhelming? Just looking up all the everythings? I feel the weight of it, all hanging there. Billions of light beams glaring straight into my soul. Ah, but the stars are here with us, you see? They share the night with us. But why bother? Why should it mean anything? They're too far away to matter. Distance is nothing. They are much with us as I with you. Think. Does anything offer the same tranquility? Nothing lulls the soul lost in reverse as the stars. Or revere as the stars. I can't read. Shards of glittering glass suspend over us. Yeah, they're beautiful, just isolating. Try this. Focus your gaze on a single star. How am I supposed to choose? Focus. Okay, got one. Consider the journey that lone flicker of light has roamed. A strand of silver weaves its way across a galaxy, streaming through celestial clouds, across the backs of shimmering worlds. A lone light finally finds itself here. Now multiply that by 1 billion. There's my problem. Lucky star. I just can't fathom things too infinite. How could anybody? It's painful. The beauty of the night is its ability to levitate you and swallow you the next. Oddly enough, it is actually nice being out here. Quite the night. That one there in the middle is shining the most, too. Sure is. Wait, where's the moon at? Behind you. Just out of sight. Ain't that just the way? This would be interesting too, if this was more of a first-person perspective, and it was, you inside the car, and you could, see the deer and then see the stars, gazing up at the moon, lost, weightless, suspended in time. All the while, the stag in the moon gazes back. The stag in the moon. The stag in the moon. You do not know it? I think you mean the man in the moon. The man in the moon? You're fucking with me, aren't you? I suppose we all see a reflection of ourselves in the face of the moon. Huh, maybe you're right. It looks like a man, though, but it's the Sandman. Perhaps. I wonder what the moon thinks of us. From up there, we must seem mesmerizing unknown, just the same. It probably thinks we're idiots. Maybe. We used to come out here and make up constellations when we were younger. Constellations? Yeah, stories in the stars. Stories in the stars? Say what? Okay, so there's a ton of real constellations. Dreamed up by a bunch of skeletons, but they're kind of dated. I see. There are stories told in pictures, dotted in the stars. Ah, tales of adventure and philosophers. Manned out in the sky? Pretty much. Look, I'll find one of our reinventions. Exactly. Let's see if I can remember any of ours. Obviously, there's Avery the Queen of Steel. Actually, I can't think of any. Direct your eyes to Zoe the Acrobat. Avery, the Queen of Steel. Quite the title. She was quite the woman. Avery was powerful and Avery was a powerful and beautiful woman. My personal favorite. She was bigger than a boulder with a gaze of pure steel. With her steely vision, she could transform anything she wished into pure, glistening steel. Immersive. Impressive. Yep. However, all was not well. It was not. Despite how tirelessly the people worshipped her for her beauty, for her steel, she greatly disliked them all. She just wanted to be left alone. Why? They just didn't vibe with her. She was the Queen of Steel. I can understand that. So, in an effort to hide away from her raging fandom, she turned an entire forest to steel and took refuge within. Also a leopard. Called Neptune. Called Rama. I like that. Oh, and look, a constellation taking shape. After many blissful moments of peace, despite the steelness of the forest, her followers found her and began throwing themselves once more at her steel-clad feet. Praise the Steel Queen, they would chant. One night, when the stars were glistening brightly across Rama's back, the Steel Queen decided to end the parade. She commanded the brightest stars in the sky to turn into steel, forming a perfect image of herself in the heavens. Seeing how much larger this new Steel Queen was, her enthusiastic cult mostly left her alone. The relentless followers turned their chants to the sky. The end. I shall never look at those stars the same way. Tell me, what others do you know? Well, you've got Ralphie the Arrogant. There's the Worm. Actually, I can't think of any. Let's try the Worm. The Worm? Yeah. Immortalized in the stars, because it was the... Yeah, now you're just pulling this out of your ass. The first worm. The first worm? Yeah, first worm. Original worm. Worm Zero. Worm Zero. From where did this first worm descend? Or ascend? The worm descended from the stars. We now see. It grew from a seed. It fell out of someone's ear. It grew from a seed. A seed worm? Exactly. And so it traveled across the globe, singing its worm lullaby into the soil, and planting new worms in every continent. What became of the first worm? No one knows. Some say when the moon is waning as thin as a worm, if you press your ears to the soil, you can hear the lullaby of the first worm, softly humming through the ground. With the next worm moon, I shall listen. Excellent. What other legends linger in the stars? Good question. I'm out of ideas. I see something. What is it? Enid. Enid? Just Enid? Should it be Enid of the something? Doesn't have to be. Just Enid, then. Cool. Who was she? A great philosopher. Of course she was. She was an expert in silence. Like a mime? Was she a monk? Like a mime. She never spoke a single word. A committed mime, then. So she just couldn't talk? It was by choice, her eternal silence. But she could talk. She could. How could anyone tell? It was obvious. In place of words, she chose thought. She considered concepts so grand. She fathomed abstraction so... I couldn't read that fast enough. Ideas so spectacular and utterly groundbreaking that one day she literally broke the ground and was swallowed by the resulting crevice. Okay, that was good. It is customary to stay silent when observing the information, out of respect and admiration. Notice how the Enid is a hole as well. My bad. Sorry, Enid. You've definitely done this before. I haven't spent a great many nights with the stars. I don't blame you. Is it true your antlers fall off every year? It's kind of peaceful. What is that? Ah! What is it? That thing! It is harmless. Are you kidding me? Do you not know what that is? Yes. It's black and white. It's a black and white death machine. What is it then? Badger! That much I can see. They're vicious beasts. This little one does not look so vicious. Trust me, they're vicious. Oh, if you only knew. It wants blood. Watch your ankles. It looks more cuddly than anything. Cuddly? If you cuddled that, you'd lose an antler. Have you tried? Have you? No? Well then. Right, let me tell you a story. Alright? So when I was a kid, I had this fluffy toy penguin called Ernest. Ernest? Yes, Ernest. After Shackleton, after Hemingway. Yes, Ernest. Anyway, me and Ernest were like best buds. We went everywhere together. Unconventionally pod-dwelling peas. So this one night, I'm losing my mind because I can't find him. My mom tells me we'll find him in the morning. I'm a wreck. I flipped. So the next day, we're in the garden and I see a wisp of white blow by. Delicately dancing in the wind, drifting flawlessly through the air. It was pleasant, dreamy almost. It isn't long before I locate the source. In the bushes at the bottom of the garden. There lies sweet Ernest. Disemboweled. It was quite the scene. It was awful. So my dad goes looking for evidence, trying to avenge my woe. Yeah, I had a stuffed cat when I was a kid. This is huge, white cat. And one of the family's dog got a hold of it and tore it apart. I don't remember if it was our dog who did it, but yeah. And well, yeah, that kind of scarred me. I think he did the same thing to my blanket, too. This is blanket I used to carry around when I was a kid. There behind the hedges, he unveils it. Demonic, frothing badger. Nestled in Ernest's remains. Nestled. Excuse me. I learned a lot that day. Badgers are assholes. About letting go. About the bloodthirst of badgers. They're demons. You ought not let the actions of one affect your opinion on the whole of the whole. I don't know about that. Maybe you're right. I mean, that is true. That one was pretty harrowing, though. This one is not. What's it doing? Very little. Wandering. Wandering. Plotting. Yes. plotting to destroy you. There is little of the way of plotting to note. It's all internal. It's planning something. Trust me. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Here it comes. To disembowel you, I should think. Don't say that. Goodbye, friend. It was a pleasure. Stop. Honk horn. Hang. Let's see what happens. It's probably just gonna walk away or something. Yep, there he goes. I wonder if I would have befriended the squirrel at all. Your adversary has departed. For once, I'm glad I'm in this car. Maybe they're not so bad. You will not be missed, devil creature. They are not so bad. I take it all back. Maybe. I need to see some hard evidence first. I don't know anymore, dear. Do you? Do I what? Do you know? Do I know what? I don't know. Then neither do I. I'm trying to stay positive. I don't know what to feel anymore. I really am. But I can't help feeling like the universe doesn't want me here. If it did not, do you think we would be? Maybe it's nothing to do with anything. Maybe it's all random and nothing cares. I don't even know if that's worse. I guess at least then it's not intentional punishment. It's just bad luck. What is it? Wait. Excuse me. It's rain. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, everything I said before about things being bad, they were fine. Now they're bad. The beauty was just getting started. What? What is more beautiful than this? Literally anything else. But is anything more mesmerizing than the transformation brought by the rain? Puppies not being here? Yeah, puppies. Anything? Life would be nothing without beauty. Excuse me. Well, we're not going to be alive to see it. I'm not sure exactly how long this game is, but it's still going. You worry about death while life ignites around you. This is the fire of beauty that rages from the earth. Whoa, and there's the lightning. The controller's vibrating too. Serenity lay in wait, to be ripped apart for the wildest form. Torrents of exhilaration pour from the sky. Quakes shake the ocean to cry out. Blistering crescendo from every form of life. all our thrust from the rest to level in violent beauty. Nothing sleeps while nature takes its fiercest dance. I feel like I should be terrified, but I'm not. I'd be kind of terrified by the lightning. I don't know what I feel. It is quite a beautiful sight. I'm probably going to wrap this up pretty soon. Oh no, maybe I'll play more. We'll see. This is going on for quite a while. There we go. Just stopped. Because that's usually how weather is. It starts and then it just stops. Now I think the sun is rising. Have you ever seen anything like that? Well, I have seen storms. They're never too quite the same. I feel like I can still feel the ground shaking. I've never been anywhere near a storm like that. We're still here. Christ, now the sun's coming up. Thus lifts the veil of night. This night. I can't believe we've been here the entire night. How can that many things happen? You and I are invincible. And then you drop off the cliff and die. Honestly, I don't even feel like the same person. I came out here so worried about what I'm supposed to do. But it all seems so inconsequential now. It's also pointless. Which is actually a relief. The waves will keep on crashing after I'm gone. The tree will still be clinging on. The grass will still be blooming. Even if I never came back. If I never came here in the first place. That consistency is so grounding. Like, it doesn't matter what I do in the future. It really doesn't make a difference. Yes, the ocean is beautiful. Maybe I'll be buried in it tomorrow, but it's pretty okay now. It's nice to just have that right now. I know this cliff will still be here, even if I left. just being here, away from everything else. Even remembering that it's here. It's like soaking up a sponge with the horizon and the clouds and everything. And then just taking it away. Leaving. Knowing that it all carries on. Hey, where are you going? Don't leave. Goodbye, Stag. What a sad and lonely end, really. If this even is the end. It's just us, Mela. Want to give it another shot? Oh, it's not going to tell you how it ends? Nope. You don't know if they made it or they didn't. That was good. I like that. Is it much of a game? Not really. I imagine the outcome would probably, would probably have ended the same. It all just depends on your perspective, obviously. And again, I mean, this was a cheap title. This is only about $8. I like the story of it. Certainly, obviously questioning, your existence, and then kind of realizing that in the grand scheme of things, nothing much is going to change except that you just won't be around is the only difference. And it's sort of obviously it's a coping thing about it. And, I mean, this did, obviously certainly make me think quite a bit. As any sort of thing like this should. It should make you think about you as a person, where you are in your life, what you're doing with your life, and realizing that everything is pretty okay. I mean, you're obviously pretty stable. You have a job that you work. You have a hobby. You have, a good, healthy family. Sure, there are not a whole lot of positives to it, where you're still single. You live in a situation that you're not entirely happy with, but it could be worse. And it's perfectly fine just the way it is. So, yeah. This was nice. This was, just really relaxing and kind of entertaining. If you guys would like to check this out, I don't know what other consoles this might be on. I'm pretty sure it's probably on Steam. It might be on Xbox One, too, for all I know. But take a look if you're interested at all. Is there anything else to this? No, it probably just takes me right back to the title screen, I'm sure. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I certainly like the art style. The music is really nice. The ambient sound is very good as well. Really puts you in that right setting as well. This was nice and just really relaxing and nice to play. But please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please give this video a like or a subscribe if you enjoyed it. Check out my channel for more videos. Support me on Patreon. I would really appreciate it. Cover art, of course, is done by my friend QuickKick. Excuse me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.